जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय जय Please chant after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I should please. Today, four slokas. Okay. Oh, two fingers. Okay. So today sloka 7, 8, 9, 10. I will chant 7, 8, 9. Then 10 we all chant together. कर्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छाभित्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्य निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. Now, I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple, a surrendered soul unto you. Please instruct me. Sloka number 8. न हि प्रपश्यामि मम पाणुद्यात् यच्चोकम् उच्छोषणम् इन्द्रियाणाम् अवाप्य भूमौ असपत्नं वृद्धं राज्यं सुराणाम् अपि चाधिपत्यम्. I can find no means to drive away this grief, which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty, like the demigods in heaven. Sanjay Uvacha. एवं भुक्त्वा हृषीकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तप न योत्स्य इति गोविन्दम् उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः. Sanjaya said, having spoken thus, Arjuna, chastiser of enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent. So this one you can repeat after me. Ram uvacha Hrishikeshah रहसन् इव भारत सेनयोर उभयोर्मध्ये विसीदन्तम् इदं वचः. तम् उवाच हृषिकेशः प्रहसन् इव भारत सेनयोर उभयोर्मध्ये विसीदन्तम् इदं वचः. तम् उवाच हृषिकेशः प्रहसन् इव भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विसीदन्तम् इदं वचः. Translation, you can repeat after me. O descendant of Bharata, at that time, Krishna smiling in the midst of both the armies spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna. Purport is too long, so we will, okay, purport alone I will read. The talk was going on between intimate friends, namely Krishikesha and Gudakesha. As friends, both of them were on the same level, but one of them voluntarily became a student of the other. Krishna was smiling because a friend has chosen to become a disciple. As Lord of all, He is always in the superior position as the master of everyone. And yet the Lord agrees to be a friend, a son or lover for a devotee who wants him in such a role. But when he was accepted as the master, he at once assumed the role and talked with the disciple like the master with gravity, as it is required. It appears that the talk between the master and disciple was openly exchanged in the presence of both armies, so that all were benefited. So the talks of Bhagavad Gita are not for any particular person, society, or community, but they are for all, and friends or enemies are equally entitled to hear them. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशाद्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Krishna, welcome to this HSR Sunday program, and I'm very thankful to our Prabhuji. He gave me an opportunity to give this Sunday class. Whether I am disqualified or not, I do not know, but for sure I am not qualified because both are very seniors to me. Okay, English is fine. Okay, so as much as possible, I will go step by step very slowly from the basics. Okay, so how many of you have read Bhagavad Gita, particularly this second chapter? No, okay, no issue. Okay, you all know, right? What is the meaning of this word Bhagavad Gita? Okay, other devotees, Bhagavad Gita. That's it. What is the meaning of this word? Songs of the God sung by the God Himself. That's it. Songs of the Gita means songs. Bhagavad means God apostrophe yes. Songs of the God sung by the God Himself. And this particular chapter, this is the chapter where Krishna starts to speak. Before first chapter, Krishna, you won't find any Krishna speaking. Though Bhagavad Gita is 700 slokas, it is not that all 700 slokas are spoken by Krishna. Uh, Dhritarashtra starts the Bhagavad Gita, then Sanjaya speaks, then Arjuna laments, Arjuna gives various reasons not to fight, then Krishna speaks. Why Krishna? Now he is going to start to speak because now Arjuna, he gives his free will and he surrenders to Krishna. Because everybody has a free will, but we are not ready to give that free will. We go and pray to Krishna to resolve our various problems. But the problem is, we want Krishna to resolve our problems in the way we want. We do not want Krishna the way he wants. That is the problem. We want to come out of some trouble, but still in that trouble also, Krishna can put his hands and he can save us. But we do not want Krishna to act on his own way. Okay. We want Krishna to act according to my way, you act. My way is highway. You better act according to my way and resolve my problem. See, it is better to go and pray to Krishna that Krishna, you know what is best for me. Whatever you feel best for me, please let it happen. Otherwise, somehow break it. Because in this birth, since how many years I know my father, mother? How many years I know my father, mother? From the birth. Whatever is our age. Correct. But at the age of, or when you were 9 months, you were, you are aware of who is your father exactly. You might be remembering the face because they might be taking you, keeping in the lab, right? Okay. So, father, mother in this birth itself, hardly whatever our age, maybe minus 1 or 2 years I can reduce. that much number of years, I know my father, mother. Correct? So before entering into the womb, where I was, when I was inside the womb, who was nurturing me and who was protecting me? In this Janma, my father, mother is protecting me, okay. But there are so many births I have taken. Once I complete one birth, I am coming out of the body and I am entering into the womb of another mother. But in that meantime, who is protecting me? Who is taking care of me? Who is noting down where I am, what is happening to me, how I will know? That's why in Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned that Krishna is the well-wisher and the best friend of all the souls. Because constantly he sits along with the soul and constantly he guides the soul. Okay, in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, I read a comparison. The way we want to go back to Krishna, okay, we have a desire to go back to Krishna or we are eager to go to Krishna. Krishna has 1 billion times more eagerness than us to take us back to him. 1 billion times more eager. Krishna is more eager to take us back to him, to Vaikuntha, so that we will not suffer. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I will come back to this chapter. This second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is considered as the summary of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna already completed. Krishna starts with the concept of soul. From 11th sloka only, Krishna is going to speak. Krishna starts with the concept of soul and how the soul has been inside this body and how the senses are controlling the body. The soul is under the control of mind and senses. To come out of the what a soul should do. He summarized the entire thing in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. But again, Krishna starts with the third chapter up to 18th chapter, elaborate Karma Yoga, then transcendental knowledge, then Karma Yoga in Krishna consciousness, then Dhyana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, various yogas are going. But why Krishna has to do everything? Particularly if you go further in Bhagavad Gita, 13th, 14th chapter, mostly it will be like a knowledge. Krishna explains about us only. If you have certain habits, then you fall under this category, mode of sattva guna. If you have certain sleeping habit, then you fall under this tamo guna or rajo guna like that. So, with proper guidance, if you read from 13th to 18th chapter, you will come to know where you are. If Krishna explains about the concept of soul as well as concept of Vaikuntha, now I should know where I am, right? In what position I am, where I have got stuck, how I should overcome. Okay. So to know that, Krishna explains from 13th to 18th chapter. Now, I will start. Krishna is going to anyway explain about the concept of soul. Now I will start one question to all this audience. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Okay. How many of you want to be happy? Nobody wants to be happy, eh? Everyone. Okay. You want to invite misery? See, for example, suppose sometimes we may get a dream, na? Before writing the 10th standard or 12th standard exam, we may get a dream that we have lost our uh, pass or ticket. What is that? All ticket. How many of you had this experience? Some of you might have, right? And some might, some of you might have even this experience also. In dream, we may get fail marks. All of a sudden, we get tensed, right? Such misery, do we want to bring voluntarily bring to our fortune? Sorry, our in our life? No, right? So nobody wants misery. Correct? Everybody wants happiness. Okay. Very simple questions only I am going to ask. It is all from Bhagavad Gita, second chapter only. No? So everybody wants to be happy. Nobody likes misery. Even if it comes also, we are waiting for that end of that period when the misery will go. Right? Suppose if you get 103-degree fever, how many of you like that situation? 103 degree fever, you have severe lungs problem, you are not able to breathe properly. Whole day you will be sleeping in the house. And night, anyway, nowadays in Bangalore, we are going through 17 or 18-degree temperature, right? And in that condition, anybody likes to have such condition, bodily misery. I don't think so. English is fine, na Mataji, for you? Okay, okay. So anybody wants to have such condition, go through that condition. You honestly tell me your answer, okay? Because I am ISKCON, I am giving lecture, you don't force yourself to tell answer to satisfy me. You naturally tell whatever you feel. Nobody wants misery. Everybody wants happy. Okay. Now, my second question is, anybody wants to die? Maybe at the time of misery, one may feel, or during the time of a fight between husband and wife, we will feel, instead of marrying him, I should have died. And he should die. We may not tell outside. In outside, we may express our love. At the end of the fight, we may express our false love. You know, I love you so much. But inside, 10 times I might have beaten my partner. 20 times I might have cursed him. But outside, we won't express. Externally, we won't reveal that. Okay. So, when everything is going fine, your family is perfect, you do not have any disease, you are getting sufficient money, education is good, your children are hearing your words, they are not behind mobiles, everything is going fine. Particularly, your relationship with father in law and mother in law is too good. In that situation, will you feel to die? Or any situation, voluntarily you will feel to die. But why is it like that? Anyway, we are going to die one day. Anyway, we are going to die one day. Why don't we die now itself? Why don't we commit suicide now itself? Why don't I get out of the body now itself? Why we are not ready to die? Why is it so? Attachment, okay.
With the material world, with the family, we are
Okay.
attached so much that we don't want to leave them.
Okay. But in every life, we have different father, mother. Let them answer. See, in every life, we have different father, mother, different children. I might have been a girl in my earlier life. You might have been a boy. My wife, in this lifetime, my wife, she might have been my husband in earlier life. I might have tortured. Now it might be ulta. I have become husband, she has become wife. Okay. So every birth I have attachment. But still, even though we are fighting, even though we are going through miserable situation, but still we do not want to die. You agree or not? This is very simple question I am asking. I am not even going inside much details of Bhagavad Gita. So we want to be happy. We do not want to die. Okay, that everybody, irrespective of spiritualist, politician, it is a common thing. Even you take any cockroach, because cockroaches are very famous in Bangalore, right? Because of the cold weather, wherever, particularly in apartments, we will see lot of cockroach. You try to touch the cockroach, what it will do? It will just run, right? Only thing is, if you tilt the cockroach upside down, then it will struggle. But otherwise, it will run. Right? For what it is running? To save its life. It means any soul in any form of body, it doesn't want to die. Okay, even a small mosquito, you do like this, the mosquito will go for a round and after few seconds again it will come. Have you ever experienced a mosquito is about to bite? You do this sound, the mosquito will not circumambulate you. Immediately it will go to many places and then again it will come. The mosquito has that any fear of death. Fear of death. So any living entity, the soul, inside in any form of living entity, it doesn't any form of living body, it doesn't want to die. That natural psychology is inbuilt one, implicit psychology. But why is it so? Okay, I will. So this question I will park. So first question I asked is why nobody wants misery. Everybody wants to be happy. Okay, even when a father mother struggles to raise their children and to bring the children up to some stage, though it is a struggle, but still they will find some happiness in that struggle because there is a happiness. That's why they are going behind that. So no, everybody wants to be happy. Nobody wants to be miserable. Everybody wants to live forever. Nobody wants to die. Even if there is worst fight, also nobody wants to die. Okay. So now third question: any of your children, you want your children to be foolish?
No.
No, right? Even if the children is little bit foolish, if somebody says your child is like a fool, how much angry the parents will get? But why is it coming like that? Or I can put the question in another way. There are many jobs are there. Most of us, what we want our children to become, huh? Highest package. No, when I'm asking about the job, what kind of job? Do you want your son or daughter to become a painter or ah, doctor, engineer? Your question, your answer is correct. It is highest paid. Okay, highest paid is fine. But let's say your son has to sweep the entire road. Salary is 2 lakhs. Will he agree? Or will you agree? Even sometimes package is good only, but still the nature of job we won't prefer, right? Like he has to clear daily, he has to take care of this wage in entire HSR layout. Which parents will agree? Drainage. He has to open the drainage box. He has to get inside. He has to clean that around 8 o'clock. Then he will come out. He can take bath with Dettol. Or any of you want to have your son or daughter to become painter? Who can put? Who can paint in the road? Zebra crossing, traffic signal, or plumber or electrician. Why it is so? Why is it? Why is it? We naturally we are thinking like that. Let's say plumber who goes to many houses and does plumbing work, but still, even though it is a good paid job only, but still, by naturally we are feeling right. Our children should not fall in this category. Whenever we say you should become, you should study well, you should become a very good doctor, engineer, pilot, okay, or accountant, chartered accountant. Why is it so?
We, we don't want them to struggle their life like
Okay,
for basic needs.
basic needs. Okay.
So if they are in good paid well job, they'll be very happy. Everything like
Hmm. But again, I'm giving another option. Na? Okay, doctor is paid 3 lakhs. Now let's say your son or daughter will be paid 4 lakhs. But job is to clean the sewage, go to the road. In the middle of the road, he has to paint zebra crossing, then traffic signal he has to paint, then he has to clean the traffic signal lights. Then wherever cars are there, he has to clean, but much more paid. But still, why we are not preferring that?
society prospectus is different. Like they
Hmm.
see doctor as a very good
Hmm.
profession,
Hmm.
and a speaker or a painter
Hmm.
below that.
So when we compare doctor as well as sweeper, basically what is that makes difference between the doctor and sweeper? Huh? No, no, false ego is too high, Mataji. No need to go that false ego. False ego everybody has. You beat one sweeper, he will also beat me, na?
The work they do,
Work they do, correct. That work is connected with what?
satisfaction.
Satisfaction, intelligence, intelligence and knowledge. Naturally, we do not want to have to be, we do not want our children to called as foolish. Because when they become painter, what others will say, you should have studied well.
Correct.
God didn't give him much knowledge. He was like a foolish.
Like painting, everyone can
Hmm.
just brush and
So he
study.
was like a foolish, but that person has good knowledge. He studied well and he become. But question is, why everybody wants to be knowledgeable? What is that? See now, anyway, to live ultimately money is required, right? Anyway, ultimately money is required. Though money is available, even robbers are getting good money. Okay, but still, when it comes to work, everybody wants to relate themselves with the work of good knowledge. Krishna himself agrees that it is there in 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Knowledge in 3 modes. Knowledge in the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. It will be more interesting to read Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter. But still, why is it so that we always want to be happy and do not want to be miserable? We do not welcome misery. We do not want to die, permanently stay. And we always want to show ourselves knowledgeable and we do not want to show ourselves as foolish. Why is it so? Because I know most of the faces. I think 1.5 years before when I came for Gaur Purnima, I saw Mataji, this Mataji, this Mataji, that Mataji. I know some of the faces, so you should be knowing now. If you know about the concept of soul from Bhagavad Gita, it is very easy to analogy. Prabhu, I also know you, Prabhu. We talked last time. See, that is the nature of the soul. This body is made up of what? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. And subtle body is made up of mind, false ego, intelligence. This body, what I am seeing you with my eyes, that is made up of 5 elements. Okay. But inside, which is really bothering us, that mind, right? That is called a subtle body. That subtle body is made up of mind, false ego, intelligence. Okay. Why mind is so stubborn? What we do not want to think, exactly we will think. What we want to think, exactly we cannot think. Why mind is so stubborn? This is how you have to start to read Bhagavad Gita. It will be more interesting because Krishna is more stubborn. Krishna has that nature of stubborn. Krishna, he will eat one item only once. After that, he won't touch. He is so stubborn so that Radharani will prepare another item. She will prepare new item and she will offer to Krishna. Okay, Krishna is so stubborn, and that same nature Krishna has given to our mind. Why? Because we do not want to remember Krishna. Whatever might be, do not want to remember Krishna. That is the desire each soul has. That's why we have fallen down from the spiritual world to material world. And before falling down, we had the desire. I do not want to remember Krishna. Without remembering Krishna, I want to engage myself in sense gratification. Okay, because at the time of sense gratification, if I remember Krishna and the Guru Prabhupada face, I won't feel to do sense gratification. Correct? All of a sudden, God face is visible. Okay, and I know if I come to know what I am doing is a sin, but I like that activity very much, I won't feel to do that. So, inbuilt desire, we have only developed. I do not want to remember Krishna so that I can enjoy myself. If I remember Krishna, Krishna will give me intelligence to discriminate which is sin, which is pious. But I do not want to remember that so that I can continue what I like, whether it could be sin or pious. Okay, anyway, so the subtle body is made up of mind, false ego, intelligence, which really troubles us. What is that soul is made up of? Huh? What is that soul is made up of? Now, body is made up of this one. Subtle body is made up of mind, false ego, intelligence. What is that soul is made up of? Soul is made up of Satchidananda. During this Kartik month, we sing a song, right? Namameshwaram Satchidananda Rupam Sat Sit Ananda. Okay, Ananda means bliss. Bliss means not related to this body. Okay, there is see in Sanskrit there are three words are available. Okay, Shukham, Shanti, Ananda. Usually we will mix everything together. Shukham means that some happiness what I perceive through my senses. Okay, that is called Shukham. That is same for all the animals also. There is no any difference. Now, when I eat sweet, I will feel some happiness in my tongue. That is a sukham. Okay. When a crow eats chili, right, it will feel sweetness. If I eat chili, I will feel very hot. But when a crow eats chili, it will feel sweetness. Even the material what I am seeing, the taste what it produces, it is not same for all the bodies. For human body, it gives a different taste. For birds, some of the birds, it gives a different taste. For some of the animals, it will give a different taste. Okay. So, Sukham means the perception of some kind of happiness through my senses. Shanti means when my material desires get fulfilled, I will have some peace of mind, right? Yes, whatever I feel, I think as per my plan, everything goes out. So then my mind becomes a little bit peaceful. That is called Shanti. Okay, so Sukham or Shanti, it is common for even animals also. That is not much, that makes not much difference. But that is called Ananda. Ananda is also happiness, but that is designed only to touch the soul. When it will happen? When a soul, that is we, perform pure devotional service to Krishna and pleases Krishna, then we will feel a special ruchi that will touch the soul. Then we will realize this is what I was hankering for long time. I thought I will get this Ananda in all material things, family, home, my possessions, assets, everything will. I thought all these will give this Ananda, but today I came to know only Krishna can give that Ananda. Okay, then the soul will become very serious in Krishna consciousness. So, Sukham, Shanti, Ananda, three. But usually in our day-to-day life, while speaking, we will mix everything together. In Tamil Nadu, when there is a marriage function, after the marriage function, they sing this song, na? Anandam, Anandam. You have heard this song? Anandame. That is, boy and girl has married. Now, in entire life, Anandam, they will feel only bliss. 6th month, 7th month, they will start. We will know. But that bliss, what Krishna speaks here, it is designed. So, what I'm trying to say is, matter is not designed to please the soul. Matter, our body, or even mind, or even any assets, all these are matter. This matter is not designed to give any happiness to the soul. That happiness, what soul is expecting, okay, that can be achieved only when the soul performs devotional service and pleases Krishna. So Krishna is situated in our heart as Paramatma. When Krishna gets pleased, immediately as a byproduct, the soul will receive the happiness. That is what we call bhakti rasa. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? So the soul nature, Sat Sit Ananda. Sat Sit. Okay, Ananda, bliss. Sat means eternal. Sit means knowledgeable. Knowledgeable. Okay, the soul is made up of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. That same attributes, when the soul enters into the body, its nature is to be forever, permanent, right? That same nature the soul wants to apply to this body. That's why nobody wants to die. Okay. Now the what is the second nature? The soul is Ananda, blissful. The soul's nature is to be blissful. So when the soul enters into the body, what happens? The soul always want to be happy, but it will never happen because the nature of this material world, as well as the nature of the body, is to be miserable. To be miserable, it will never happen. Okay. The third is what happened, Prabhu? Okay. So the third is the nature of the soul is knowledgeable. Soul is knowledgeable. Any soul is knowledgeable. But due to engaged in our body, we are covered by some karma, so some kind of material knowledge comes out. But otherwise, soul is knowledgeable. That's why even irrespective of our karma, when soul enters into the body, it is not able to tolerate if somebody says you are a foolish number one. It's difficult because the soul's nature is knowledgeable. It tries to be knowledgeable in this material world. Okay, okay. Till now, is it clear? Okay. Now what happens? That soul is inside this body. Okay. It is like a punishment. Like when the in the magnet, when North Pole and North Pole, you try to pull each other, it won't stick. It will just repel here and there. We are also in the same situation. The soul has a certain nature, but it has been put inside the body. That is, we only have chosen our material body. Okay, we are inside this material body and we are trying to exhibit our own nature of the soul, but this material body cannot handle that. So it is like an artificial imposition for the soul to be inside this body. Okay, now tell me, how many warriors fought in Mahabharata war? Any clue, Prabhu? 18 Akshavani. But I'm asking total count because Akshavani has a different counts. How many total number of warriors fought in Mahabharata? How many fought and died? Except 7 members. Pancha Pandavas and who else? Kutavarma. Okay, then Ashwathama. Ashwathama. Anyway, that is the they are drivers. Okay. Srila Prabhupada in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, in one of the chapter, Prabhupada has given this. That's 18 Akshavanis. Prabhupada has mentioned total number of warriors who died in Mahabharata. Prabhupada has given reference from Mahabharata. It is 64 crores. 64 crores. And I think except Karna, few of them, all others went back to Vaikuntha. Whoever fought and died, right? And Krishna was overlooking them, overseeing them everywhere, right? So Krishna's vision fall on all of them. Whoever was there fought and died there, except one or two. Most of all those 64 crores, they went back to Krishna. Okay, so Mahabharata. And in that Mahabharata, how many slokas in Mahabharata? 1 lakh. Two versions are there. One is 1 lakh, another is 1,25,000. Okay, anyway. So in that, the middle portion, Yuddha Parva, in that a small portion is this Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so today we saw about understood the nature of the soul, right? Why we are exhibiting such nature inside the body, even though we know this body is temporary. Okay, now I will come back to this sloka because now I have to relate this. Now, whatever I have explained, I have to relate this with these slokas, right? Now imagine Arjuna being with Krishna. If you be with Krishna as a devotee, automatically your knowledge will be revealed. You have to be pure. Otherwise, you cannot. Because Arjuna is the best friend of Krishna. There is a sequence. Arjuna is a best devotee than Prahlad. Gopis are, sorry, not Gopis. Uddhava is best devotee than Arjuna. Gopis are best devotee than Uddhava. Radharani is the best devotee than among all the gopis. There is a sequence is there. Okay. So Arjuna, being a friend of Krishna, he should not have all such confusions. Because anyway they have come to fight. Krishna has decided to remove the burden of this material world through this war. Arjuna also knows. But what happened? Still, even though Arjuna is a best friend of Krishna, and Arjuna also knows about the truth, but still Arjuna has been put into an illusion about this bodily concept. Because it is not that Arjuna was not aware of this Mahabharata war situation. Arjuna also knows. Okay, if Arjuna is with Krishna and Krishna likes Arjuna, Krishna will not reveal all this truth to Arjuna. But Krishna purposefully put Arjuna into the illusion so that Arjuna will get perplexed. He will raise questions to Krishna, and Krishna wanted to utilize this moment to explain the entire Bhagavad Gita. And how much minutes the Bhagavad Gita has been spoken? 15 minutes. Actually, it is 45 minutes, one muhurta. It is not that. Oh, if you read Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, that canto, right? Calculation of time is given. About time factor is given. How to calculate 1 second. How the 1 second becomes 60 seconds become 1 nimisha. And how 1 nimisha, 24 nimisha becomes half muhurta. Then what is meant by muhurta? Wonderful that hierarchical time calculation has been given in Bhagavatam, that canto, 11th chapter. You should all read that. It will be wonderful, interesting. Oh, this is how we calculate time factor. This is how we calculate sunrise and sunset. We will get many knowledge. Even we will come to know how to calculate Ekadasi Tithi also. Anyway, again I will come back to here. So Krishna, out of the compassion for the fallen souls in the future, Krishna purposefully put Arjuna into an illusion. Okay. Now, if it is a normal friend, he might have given a different answer. It's okay. Anyway, we have come to war. Let us fight. Okay. And you fight, but do not kill. If it is a normal friend, he might have given a different answer. But Krishna, being the well-wisher of not only to Arjuna, Krishna is well-wisher of all those 64 warriors who are fighting there. And Krishna wanted to remove the burden of this material world. See, not lot of population grows, then it becomes burden in this year. It is not that huge population is a burden for this year. Anyway, whoever takes birth in this material world, they have to die. Once to Srila Prabhupada, one of the disciples said, Prabhupada, population is growing, death rate is coming down. Government is not able to control the population growth rate. Death rate is gradually coming down. Many people are using the medicines. Many people are living up to 75, 80. Prabhupada said, death rate never comes down. Why? Because whoever has taken birth, one day they have to die. So there is no such a concept where the death rate will come down. Death rate always remains same. Hardly he can, out of the medicines, 1 or 2 years, he can, it may appear that he is postponing the death. It is not like that. Irrespective of good medicines, even irrespective of health also, many people are dying. So Prabhupada said, death rate never comes down or goes up. It always remains same. The ratio never goes up or down. Okay. So Krishna, being the well-wisher of everyone, what happened? The demoniac nature of the people with demoniac nature, that population got increased. That Bhumi Devi, Mother Earth doesn't like that. So Mother Earth pleaded to Krishna, better remove such unwanted population. So Krishna decided, okay, let me do a war and remove that population. Still, as I told, if a psychologist gets such question, what Arjuna is asking, he can give a different answer. If an astrologer hears such question, he will give a different answer. Okay. If a normal material friend, when he gets such question, he can give different answer. You do not kill just to fight, kill, you become victory and release them. A normal friend, that is how he used to answer. But Krishna, being the well-wisher of everything, it is very, very difficult to understand the plan of Krishna. It is not so easy to understand. Because imagine 64 crore warriors is going to die. But Krishna has a plan. He wants to deliver all of them. So it is a spiritual plan. What happened in case of Arjuna? He came down from the spiritual plane to material plane. Now he is concatenating himself, saying that Krishna, here my chikapa, here my mama, here my uncle, here my guru. How I can kill them? What Arjuna is telling is also correct. But Krishna says, Arjuna, no, it is impossible. You cannot control your nature. Anyway, you will fight someday. It is not that first time Arjuna is fighting with them. Before Mahabharat war also, there are many circumstances. Even Arjuna fought with Bhishma. Arjuna fought with Bhishma, but he didn't kill them. Arjuna fought with Duryodhana, he didn't kill them. Arjuna fought with entire Kauravas in other occasions also, but Arjuna didn't kill them. But now, the same Arjuna, when he was about to fight, he is not even able to lift Gandiva. Okay, he is not able to see to lift Gandiva is not simple thing. Only Arjuna can lift Gandiva. And Arjuna slipping his Gandiva is also not something easily acceptable. So easily he won't do. Arjuna's name is Savyasachin, right? Why that name Arjuna has got? At a time he can release 1,000 arrows from both hands. It is for us, for these modern age people, it is all beyond our imagination. He can use two bows. He can use his foot and he can control that two bows. He can release arrows from both hands. He can fight. It's not so easy. It's beyond imagination. Okay, maybe in films, what happened in movies, they projected Arjuna and Krishna as villain, Karna as wonderful person, amazing personality. In North India, I do not know how much we have heard, but in South India, we have many films based on Karna. And they made Karna as a very noble, saintly person. It is not like that. If you read original Mahabharata, it is given that when Draupadi, before bringing Draupadi to the assembly, actually Karna is the one who gave hint to Duryodhana and Dushasana, saying that anyway she has been married to 5 men. Okay, it is nothing wrong for her to sit on the 6th man. Better you ask her to come and sit on your lap. So, Karna is the one who gave this idea. Otherwise, Kauravas were fine only. At that moment, Krishna decided he should also be killed in the war. Anyway, all these are, you will, when you read Mahabharata, you will come to know. Mahabharata will be more interesting. 1 hour, 2 hours, hours together you can read. And when you read, right, you will have very sound sleep. Even 6 hours of sleep, you will feel like something like you have slept for 10 hours because it will pacify your mind. That is why our scriptures should be read. So, it is not that Arjuna has never fought before, but now Krishna's plan is to kill all these warriors and deliver them. And Arjuna is a pure devotee. If most of them gets killed by Arjuna, their sins will get washed away. And it is easy for Krishna to easily deliver them. So Krishna's plan is totally different. And Krishna purposefully put Arjuna into illusion so that Arjuna will ask. Now, as I told, if it is a normal person, he could have given different answer. But Krishna, being the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna took this opportunity. He brought entire Bhagavad Gita. He made Arjuna to ask further questions, and Krishna started speaking about entire Bhagavad Gita. Not that 700 slokas only Krishna has spoken. Among 700, Dhritarashtra, Sanjaya, Arjuna, other personalities also have spoken. But the wonderful gems has been came out of Krishna's mouth. Okay, now who has written Mahabharata? Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva compiled Mahabharata, but who written in a palm leaf? Ganesh. Okay. Before writing Mahabharata, there was an agreement between Vyasadeva and Ganesh. Okay. Ganesh ji said, you are going to recite 1 lakh or 1,25,000 slokas. Okay, and you have identified me as a qualified disciple. Okay. One condition, you should not stop. You should keep telling. You should not stop. So Ganesh ji told this to Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva agreed. So Vyasadeva also funnily told, okay, I will keep reciting slokas. I've already compiled. Okay, I will keep reciting, you keep writing. But one condition. Before writing, you should analyze whether it is truth or not. If it is truth, then you should write. Truth means which you cannot be changed. Absolute truth means you can never change. Truth means, relative truth means, for now you cannot change, in later you can change. Now I have my father, mother. They are my father, mother. It is truth. I cannot divorce, right? My father, mother. I cannot divorce my father, mother, and I cannot have another father, mother. They are truth. I cannot change it. But this Janma, they are my father, mother. When I take next birth, they cannot become my father, mother. Some other will become my father, mother. So, this Janma, 2 souls are my father, mother, which is a relative truth. Next Janma, they cannot become my father, mother. Someone will become my father, mother. So, father, mother also changing. So, it is becomes a relative truth, which keeps changing. But absolute truth means it can never be changed. That's why Krishna says, I am. I am the absolute truth. I am your supreme father. It is the absolute truth, which means you can never change that. Birth after birth, I am material father, mother, I might be changing, but I cannot change Krishna from his superior position of being a supreme father. Okay. So Ganeshji said, Vyasadeva said, unless it is a truth, you analyze, it is truth, then you should write, otherwise you should not stop. You should not write. Now, Vyasadeva, he started reciting entire Mahabharata so fast. And Ganeshji has to write with the same speed of Vyasadeva. Okay, then when the portion of Mahabharata came, Ganeshji was realizing what kind of gems it is. This 640 slokas, whatever Krishna has spoken, even if you read entire Vedas, you cannot find such an amazing, pleasing truth. What kind of information Krishna has given? Ganeshji was happily writing this Mahabharata. And particularly this portion inside Yuddha Parvata, the small 600, among 1,000, 1 lakh slokas, 640 is nothing. It's a small pinch, right? So when Ganeshji was writing, Ganeshji felt very happy. What kind of information? Gem, pearl. No, I have never seen such an information anywhere in this world. Everything the Lord has extracted here. Everything in the sense, by knowing what information, the soul doesn't require to enter into the womb of another mother. That information is given here. Just by reading it, it is sufficient. So Ganeshji started writing very happily. Vyasadeva was noting down. So whatever I am telling, all this there in Mahabharata also. Okay. So anyway, so in this sloka 2.78910, Arjuna finally accepted Krishna as the Guru. Okay. Sometimes confusion is good so that we can take ourselves to the higher path. So the moment he accepted Krishna as Guru, now Krishna is going to speak Bhagavad Gita from 11th sloka. Okay, I will stop here. Any comments or suggestions? Welcome. So hope you all understood. Prabhu, is it clear? Okay. So you should read Bhagavad Gita, particularly the second chapter. If you see, there is a reason given why specific names are used. For example, in this sloka, in the purport, if you see Hrishikesha, Gudakesha. Hrishikesha means Krishna allows us to involve in his devotional service, and when we perform devotional service to please Krishna, Krishna enjoys that. So that in that way, Krishna is called Hrishikesha, owner of our senses. So when we surrender to him, he will make plan and he will make us to engage in his service. According to his will, we will start to engage ourselves in Krishna service, and Krishna enjoys that. So in that way, Krishna is the owner of our senses, and hence he is called Hrishikesha. And Gudakesha means it is Arjuna, one who has conquered sleep. There are some devotees also who have conquered sleep. For example, Prabhupada. If you see, how many of you read Prabhupada Lila Amrita, I do not know. If you see Srila Prabhupada's schedule, 9:30 or 10 he will go to sleep, and 12 o'clock he has to wake up. So from 12 to morning 6, Prabhupada used to sit and translate books. That's 6 or 7 hours. Then after that he won't sleep. He will brush his teeth, take bath, and chant his rounds 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Then he will visit deities. He will give small class. Then devotees will give little fruits he will take. Then whole day management activities, because 4,500 disciples and 108 temples. It is not so easy to manage. Each temple is bigger. It is like a stadium. Many temples, if you see ISKCON temples, it is like bigger like a stadium. So 108 temples he has to manage. Then many disciples used to write letters to Srila Prabhupada. For each of them, Prabhupada used to be very precise and reply in person. Personally, he used to reply. And it will become evening. Then again management activities. Then travel. Then it will become night. And in between, he will go for 1 hour walk also. Many disciples used to come, he will guide. Okay. So 2 or 2.5 hours, Prabhupada used to sleep. And let's say he is in US and it is early morning in the US, and he will get inside the flight and he will reach India. When it comes to India, it will be 12 o'clock and he will see anyway 12 to 6, it is my translation time, dictation time. So let me sit. Again, he will sit. So wherever country, whatever country he travels, according to that country, if 12 o'clock falls, he is supposed to sleep. He has traveled so long, but he won't do that. Srila Prabhupada, anyway, it is 12 in this locality, let me sit and translate. Many days he has never slept also. It's not so easy. And all those sleepless nights, what Prabhupada gave, that is what available in the books. So it is recommended to know about Prabhupada, and then if you read purport, you will like the purport. Okay, I will stop here. Time is 5:45. think already they are confused. I gave lot of philosophy today, little less pastime. There is, I will tell one small pastime, then I will end here. When Ramanujacharya, with thousands of his disciples, he was walking from Thiruvananthapuram to Nambi temple near Tirunelveli. It is situated on the banks of river Tamraparani. So all of a sudden Krishna appeared there. Krishna asked, "Hey Ramanuja, you have 14,000 disciples, 700 sannyasi disciples. How did you make it in such a small time? How it was possible for you? I appeared as incarnation. I preached Bhagavad Gita. Nobody surrendered to me. Even Arjuna didn't say, Arjuna, Krishna, now I am completely surrendering to you. But you cannot find any reference after that Arjuna completely surrendered. Even others also were hearing, but nobody came and told Krishna that we are surrendering to you. But when you preached about me, many souls are coming to you and they are taking this Krishna consciousness. How it is possible for you? So Ramanujacharya in a funny way said, Krishna, if you want to hear this secret, then you should become my disciple. Otherwise, I will not tell you. You want to know something from your spiritual master, so you become my disciple. And Ramanujacharya, he said, and he left that place. Later, when he came back, a small boy was arranging the Vyasasan, Prasadam, and the stay and accommodation where Ramanujacharya has to stay. Everything the small boy was arranging. And Ramanujacharya was thinking, who is this boy? I don't think so. I gave initiation to him. I have never seen him in this locality. And then the boy came, the boy asked the question. Last time, there is one person, this temple deity raised a question to you. You remember, Krishna came to you and he asked that how you were able to preach and convince others that Krishna is the supreme, but Krishna is not able to do. Okay, this boy was asking to Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya was thinking, hey, how you come to know? That person asked him in privacy, private room, but how you come to know? Anyway, I will tell you the secret. When Krishna comes, he says, I am the supreme. Nobody will listen. But what I did, I say, he is the supreme. When some person says, I am the supreme, nobody will listen. But some guru says, he is the supreme, then people will turn their face. Whom this guru is showing hands, that's it. This is the secret. And that boy disappeared. Then Ramanujacharya came to know, oh, Krishna only has appeared in the form of a small boy. So, to Krishna also, he has to become a disciple to know the secret of secret from Ramanujacharya. So, think about us. So, my humble request is, if you are not reading Bhagavad Gita, please read it. It's only 700 slokas. If you read even, what is it, 5 slokas or even 4 slokas per day, 700 divided by 4, how much? 125, huh? 125, I do not know how much. Huh? 6 months. Within a year, you can read Bhagavad Gita twice. If you read Bhagavad Gita 4 or 5 times, right, you will become a teacher. First time, usually nobody will understand. That I agree. How many of us understood algebra by seeing the chapter? How many of you understood differential calculus and integral calculus when we were seeing the book? Somebody trained, right? Some max teacher guided, right? Similarly, if you take the guidance of Vaishnavas and read Bhagavad Gita, gradually these formulas will be revealed and you will feel more interest to learn Bhagavad Gita. Okay, time is up. Sorry for taking 5 more minutes. No, bro. Oh, stop recording. One minute. Maybe I should get trained.